The horrible crimes of Nate Newton shocked the football world. This man who once protected quarterback Troy Aikman and created holes for running back Emmitt Smith turned his competitive spirit towards something dark after he left the NFL. A giant on the field who won 3 Super Bowl rings with the Dallas Cowboys, Newton became a different kind of giant off the field, one who thought he could get away with moving hundreds of pounds of drugs across state lines. How does someone go from being a football hero to a drug kingpin who got caught with almost 400 pounds of marijuana? Nathaniel Newton was born on December 20th, 1961 in Orlando, Florida. In high school, he played many sports, including football, basketball, wrestling, and shot put. Though he showed talent, Newton went undrafted in the 1983 NFL Draft. This was a big blow, since 335 players, including 62 offensive linemen, heard their names called, while his was not. His first shot at pro football didn't go well. He signed with the Washington Redskins in May 1983, but was cut in August. That same night, Newton was in a serious car accident that could have ended his dreams of playing football, but he didn't give up. Newton found his way to the Tampa Bay Bandits of the United States Football League in 1984. He played there for 2 seasons before the league shut down. In 1986, he finally got his big break when he signed with the Dallas Cowboys as a free agent. His size quickly became his calling card. Newton got the nickname The Kitchen because he was even bigger than William the Refrigerator Perry, the famously huge Chicago Bears player. The Cowboys listed him at various weights, 318 pounds, 325 pounds, or 335 pounds. But his real weight was often much higher, especially in the off-season. People constantly talked about Newton's weight. The media made it their favorite story during training camps. He was relentlessly mocked for how big he was. Even the Dallas Cowboys' own media guide suggested that food was his biggest problem. His wife Dorothy kept a scrapbook filled with what Newton called negative press about his weight. Coaches tried many ways to get him to slim down. Early in his career, his weight problems almost got him cut from the team. When Jimmy Johnson became head coach in 1989, he put Newton on a special diet of salads and vegetables. Newton joked about this, telling reporters, "Every night I tell myself I'm going to dream about my girl, but it's always ham hocks." The team even signed him up for the Jenny Craig weight loss program. This plan backfired when Newton missed appointments and was spotted joining a rib-eating contest. This mistake reportedly cost him an $80,000 contract bonus and free Jenny Craig counseling. Every year he lost a $30,000 bonus because he couldn't meet his contract weight goals. Despite all these struggles with his size, Newton was an amazing football player. He had quick feet for such a big man and became a key part of the Great Wall of Dallas, the nickname for the Cowboys' offensive line from 1992 to 1995. This group helped the team win 3 Super Bowls after the 1992, 1993, and 1995 seasons. Newton protected quarterback Troy Aikman and opened holes for running back Emmitt Smith to run through. He was selected to the Pro Bowl 6 times and was named first-team All-Pro twice. He played 14 seasons in the NFL, appearing in 198 games and starting 180. Most of his career was with the Cowboys, though he finished with the Carolina Panthers in 1999 before retiring in 2000. After football, Newton's weight problems got even worse. His weight reportedly grew to over 400 pounds. He became super obese with a body mass index over 50. Newton was scared he would die from obesity before his youngest son, King, finished high school. This fear pushed him to get vertical sleeve gastrectomy, also called gastric sleeve surgery, around February 2010. The surgery removed about 75% of his stomach. Combined with diet and exercise changes, Newton lost between 170 and 200 pounds. By November 2010, about 6 months after surgery, he weighed 220 pounds, a weight he hadn't seen since high school. Former teammates like Deion Sanders were shocked by how different he looked. But between his retirement in 2000 and his weight loss surgery in 2010, Newton made terrible choices that ruined his reputation and landed him in prison. Just 2 years after leaving football, Newton was arrested for drug trafficking. The first arrest happened on November 4th, 2001 in Louisiana. Police in St. Martin Parish stopped a white van Newton was driving and found 213 pounds of marijuana inside. He had 2 women with him, and officers also discovered $18,000 in cash in the vehicle. What happened next was even more shocking. Only 5 weeks later, while out on bail for the Louisiana charges, Newton was arrested again. This second arrest took place around December 12th or 13, 2001 in Ellis County, Texas, south of Dallas. This time, Drug Enforcement Administration agents caught him. Newton was in his pickup truck with $10,000 cash. Agents found an additional 175 pounds of marijuana in 2 duffel bags and a suitcase in the trunk of a Monte Carlo driven by an associate named Charles DeAndre Howard. The street value of just this marijuana was about $700,000. Newton's decision to transport more drugs, while already facing serious charges, showed an amazing disregard for his legal troubles. The judge in Texas denied him bail after the the second arrest, pointing to the fact that Newton had committed a second crime while out on bail for the first one. In April 2002, Newton made a deal with federal prosecutors. He pleaded guilty to one count of conspiracy to distribute and possess marijuana with intent to distribute. Other charges from the Texas arrest were dropped. Newton was sentenced to 30 months in federal prison. For the Louisiana case, Newton received a 5-year prison sentence for possessing 213 pounds of marijuana. He was also ordered to pay a $50,000 fine. The Louisiana prosecutors had wanted a much longer sentence, between 15 and 20 years. Newton's Louisiana sentence ran at the same time as his federal sentence, so he didn't have to serve both terms back to back. When asked why he got involved with drug trafficking, Newton gave a surprising answer. He said it came from his competitive nature, the same drive that had made him successful in football. "I've always been competitive. I've always been in sports," Newton reportedly said. "I couldn't see myself not being the biggest dope man." He also mentioned the money, calling it easy money. Reports claimed Newton could make up to $75,000 per drug deal, but his answer about wanting to be the biggest dope man shows how he transferred his need to excel at something from football to crime. After the structure and fame of pro football ended, he found a new illegal way to feed his drive for success and recognition. Newton served about 30 months in prison and was released in November 2004. During his time in prison, he reportedly had a spiritual awakening. According to Newton, "I got on my knees and said, 'God, I want to make a deal. You protect me in here, and when I come out, I'll do everything I can to make it right.'" After his release, Newton expressed remorse for his actions. He apologized to his ex-wife, his sons, his parents, the Dallas Cowboys organization, and the fans. He described this as getting right with Christ. Newton faced the challenge of finding a job while on parole. A connection through a bail bondsman led him to Omar Jawar, a community activist and minister. This meeting helped Newton start mentoring high school students in South Dallas. He also began a new career in sports media. Newton became a radio host in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and appears regularly on podcasts on the official Dallas Cowboys website. He contributes to programs like Hangin' with the Boys and Cowboys Game Night. Beyond media work, Newton speaks to groups about personal responsibility and choices. "Everything you do, good or bad, there will be consequences," he tells audiences. After his dramatic weight loss, he also became a personal trainer for the Kim Bariatric Institute, the facility where he had his surgery. Despite his criminal past, Newton has maintained connections with the Dallas Cowboys organization and former teammates. He was inducted into the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame. About this honor, Newton said, "These people know me. They understand who I am. They love me, good, bad, or indifference." His story, including his fall and attempts at rebuilding his life, has been featured in NFL Network productions like A Football Life. The Cowboys organization has embraced him despite the negative attention his crimes brought to himself and the team. Nate Newton's crimes shocked the NFL, but his story didn't end in prison. Today, at age 63, he continues to work in sports media and speak about second chances in health. If this video surprised you, let us know in the comments and hit that subscribe button for more.